Astrology readings online have become an enriching and accessible way for people across Australia and around the world to seek guidance through the celestial tapestry. Whether you're curious about your birth chart interpretation or searching for an astrologer in Melbourne to offer grounded personal wisdom, consulting the cosmos can be deeply illuminating. Daily rhythms and longer term insights can come alive through an astrology transit forecast. In contrast, love compatibility astrology helps couples and singles alike explore the mysterious dance of affection guided by celestial forces. For many, astrology predictions are not just general forecasts, they are subtle invitations to deeper self-awareness, and they can spark transformational journeys in life, love, and purpose. The ancient art of birth chart interpretation. A birth chart, or natal chart, is a celestial snapshot of the exact configuration of the planets and zodiac signs at the moment of your arrival into the world. This cosmic blueprint offers unique insights into your personality, life purpose, challenges, strengths, and karmic patterns. Why it matters. Your birth chart isn't a daily horoscope. It's a map that shows the potentiality woven into your soul's blueprint. Skilled astrologers interpret the interplay of sun, moon, rising sign, and planetary placements to unearth deeper understandings of who you are. Personal story, Anna's awakening. Anna, in her late 30s, had always felt a nagging sense of being off purpose. Her career in corporate marketing felt hollow. After booking an astrology reading online with an experienced astrologer who specializes in birth chart interpretation, she discovered that her North Node is in Leo and Saturn is in Taurus, both nestled in her 8th house. Her chart gently nudged her toward creative leadership and transformational work. Collaborating with me as her astrologer in Melbourne, who provided additional in-person clarity to her online consultation, Anna began exploring storytelling through community arts, eventually launching a purpose-driven media collective. Her business took off once she aligned with her Leo energy and embraced her mission. Her story demonstrates the power of authentic birth chart insights to spark real-world shifts, the subtle power of astrology transits forecast. While the birth chart is a static map, an astrology transit forecast provides a dynamic, moving story revealing how current and upcoming planetary shifts influence your chart over time. Understanding transits. Transits occur when a planet in motion forms an angle to a natal planet or point. For instance, Saturn's return or a Pluto square to your natal moon can be milestones, shifts, or times of profound transformation. Personal story. Myra's Mercury retrograde revelation.
Myra, a Brisbane-based graphic designer, dreaded Mercury retrogrades. Every time communication flared up or she misbooked a client, she felt cursed. After conducting a transit forecast check and noticing that many of her miscommunications weren't Mercury's fault, but rather Mars was squaring her Mercury, lasting only 15 hours, she shifted her mindset. She began using those days for review work rather than client-facing tasks. Once she aligned, she found that transits could be tools rather than curses. She learned to ride the cosmic waves with intention. Love compatibility. Astrology, more than just star sign matches. For many, love is the greatest mystery, and love compatibility astrology offers romantic partners an opportunity to see not just how their sun signs align, but also how their emotional styles, moon, communication, Mercury, passion, Mars, and deep needs, Venus, synchronize, not just sun signs. Have you ever read a compatibility chart and thought, but we're both Leos? How can things feel so hard? Love astrology digs deeper. It might turn out that one of you has a Virgo moon, bringing emotional restraint into an otherwise lion-hearted pairing, or that Mars and Venus conflict, colouring your intimate chemistry or lack thereof. Personal story, Jules and Fern's fire-water romance. Jules, a fiery Sagittarius, and Fern, a sensitive Cancer, had sun sign mismatch woes. Their astrological compatibility reading, conducted by me, their trusted astrologer in Melbourne, explored the synastry of their charts. They discovered that though their suns formed a tense square, their moons formed a nurturing trine. This revelation reframed their differences. While their approaches to life varied, adventurous versus cautious, emotionally they truly bonded. With that insight, they learned to balance freedom with security and soon were thriving as a dynamic, growth-oriented couple. Finding an astrologer in Melbourne or anywhere online that resonates. For those seeking both accessibility and depth, combining online astrology readings with local in-person support can offer the best of both worlds. Melbourne, with its eclectic spiritual communities and progressive energy, hosts many gifted practitioners whose sessions may be conducted in person or via video conferencing. Choosing the right guide. When you look for an astrologer in Melbourne, consider training and lineage. Taught under mentors or schools, mainly if rooted in recognised astrology traditions such as Western, Hellenistic or evolutionary. Approach and tone, affirming, empowering, compassionate. Specialisations, career charts, predictive transits, relationship synastry, spiritual guidance. Client reviews or testimonials, especially stories of transformation, guidance, and practical breakthroughs. Personal story, Miranda's match with the perfect astrologer. Miranda was disillusioned by horoscope apps. She craved guidance that felt personal. One evening she typed astrologer in Melbourne intuitive and compassionate and discovered someone whose gentle style and grounding approach spoke to her. She booked an astrology reading online, initially because travel was hard for her busy schedule. The depth of insight she received resonated so strongly she eventually met the astrologer in person in Carlton. That first in-person session unlocked a cycle of healing that online platforms alone could not deliver, anchoring cosmic intuitions into embodied transformation. Astrology predictions, forecasting with purpose. People often think astrology predictions equate to vague or catastrophic prophecies, but well-grounded astrology honours timing as guidance, not fate. Purposeful predictions, noticing cycles, Saturn returns at ages 29 and 59, lunar eclipses and Jupiter returns are potent turning points. Planning with insight. Want to launch a business, commit to a partnership or pivot careers? Timing your decisions with astrology can help harmonise your choices with cosmic rhythms, not guarantee success, but enhance alignment. Empowerment over fear. When faced with challenging transits, e.g. Uranus opposite your Sun, an astrology transits forecast helps you see shifts as openings rather than pressure. Personal story, Lucas's launch under Jupiter's blessing. Lucas had dreamed of launching a coaching business for years. When he consulted with me for astrology predictions about his business launch, he discovered that Jupiter was approaching his mid-heaven, the point of career and public persona guidance. Launch within 2 weeks of the exact transit. That timing coincided with a burst of visibility and coincidental client inquiries. A launch that Lucas had delayed for years finally found traction, and he attributes much of its smooth energy flow to tuning in with Jupiter's expansive energy and, of course, my guidance. Weaving it all together, astrology as a tool for self-empowerment. When birth chart interpretation, transits forecasting, love compatibility astrology, and thoughtful predictions are woven together, astrology becomes a tailored instrument of empowerment, not a deterministic fate. Steps you can take today. Get your full birth chart from a reliable platform using accurate birth time, date, and place. Book an astrology reading online with a practitioner whose style resonates. Familiarise yourself with current and upcoming astrology transits forecasts, especially transformative transits like Saturn returns or Uranus squares. Explore love compatibility, astrology synastry, if in a long-term relationship or considering partnership. Use astrology predictions not to anticipate doom, but to prepare, plan, and align consciously with good timing. Myth-busting and modern perspective.